Free energy and spring flywheel generator. Fact or fiction? Spring flywheel generators are very simple devices for free energy production, which have been widely produced by creators. But what is the real background of these videos? Join us in a convincing exploration of engineering principles that separate fact from fiction. Dive deep into science and uncover the incredible truths about the concepts of free energy and how these devices actually work or don't. Today we're going to fabricate this spring flywheel motor to verify whether it actually works or not. I precisely processed the aluminum panel in the CNC machine to thoroughly verify this experiment. There are 4 rubber feet that can absorb vibrations from this system. In addition, these parts are prepared to perform the delicate cranking movement of the spring. Flywheel and crankshaft were assembled. This flywheel rotates smoothly with minimal friction. I ask you before moving on to the next scene, my contents enrich your knowledge. Please like and subscribe to my channel. This is the system setting without springs. There are 4 crankshafts, 2 flywheels, 1 reflector for tachometer gun, 1 green LED indicator, and 1 motor generator. All right, let me look at the system. Everything's ready for testing. Motor drive energy is provided by the DC power supply. The voltage display on yellow panel was broken. When the power supply supplies electricity to the motor, the flywheel rotates while accumulating kinetic energy, and later, when the RPM is no longer increased, the power consumption will be minimized. And when the power is turned off, the flywheel will turn to inertia and stop, and we will measure the time taken. So later, we will compare the energy consumed in the experiment that we ran together with the spring and the time it took for the flywheel to stop. Okay, I want to test this system without a spring. This setting applies equally to the system with a spring installed. The reason why I set it to 600 RPM is because it's hard to rotate higher if we connect the springs. The multimeter was connected between the motor and the power supply. It will also measure the voltage generated by the DC motor when it is powered off later. The bottom number of the power supply indicates the power consumption, which is currently approximately 3.7 watts, which is the minimum for this test. Additionally, the RPM is approximately 600, and the current is 0.15 ampere. The kinetic energy is now sufficiently accumulated in the flywheel. The system is now fully stabilized, and I will turn off the power supply. Also, I'm going to measure how long it takes for the flywheel to stop. The time applied here is real time and there's no editing. The DC motor becomes a DC generator, and gradually lowers the voltage. The LED indicator was off now. It took 1 minute 45 seconds for the flywheel to stop. This graph is the result of our experiment. It displays the initial driving time and the time taken to the final stop. Now we have 8 springs installed. Let's see if energy improves or torque increases. First, I'll spin the flywheel with my hand. We can see the LED indicator is on. As you can see, this flywheel doesn't seem to have any spring help. Anyway, let's connect the power supply and speed up the initial drive. The settings are the same as the Part 1 test. This case consumes 6.9 watts. Average RPM is 563 and it can't reach 600 RPM. This means springs resistance inside the system. Also, nothing helps. Instead of producing, they consume energy. It's very disappointing. It consumes 86.5% more energy compared to the no spring case. I will turn off the power. This graph is the result of our second experiment. It took 12 seconds more to start and 61 seconds less to stop. In other words, it means that the springs were of no help and consumed more energy. In addition, the RPM was 6.2% lower, meaning the 600 RPM could not be reached due to the spring's energy consumption. Let me double-check this case. Power consumption is minimal now. It took 57 seconds to reach it. Okay, let's check the stopping time again. The third test was the same as before. If this is a real free energy model, the flywheel should continue to rotate even when the power supply is turned off. However, as we saw in this video, there was no free energy, and it consumed 87% more energy. So the conclusion is clear. A spring flywheel motor is not an energy production device, but an energy consumption device. Thank you for your watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.